best be cleaning out your ears. The moment has arrived, the greatest podcast on earth is here. Reverse engineering propaganda fear, like a UFO with bombardier. Simulant and will lose, make it crystal clear. Stomping all you gay frogs, toppling the throne of Magog. All that will hold him down a day job. So tell me where my sheep will at. Raise your hands and make them clap, but shut the fuck up, that's enough of that. The hosts are about to spit some straight up facts. Tell you where the Templars stashed their cash. Describe what Katie Couric looks like underneath their mask. Exposing these goblins no matter where they're at. Stay tuned for all of that.
Alright, welcome to Popularity Contest Podcast. Myself, Will Lose, joined with Original Simulant. What up? And the producer, Kazooie. We have not been here for a little while. We're going to do some shorter videos for you guys, I think, for a little bit at least. And we're going to be going over a little bit of news. For anyone that's new here, this is a show about the world and the popularity contest that it is. Everything is obviously a popularity contest. If you're not aware of that, then you're a worse mark than we thought. Russ, would you go ahead and explain these people real quick? What a mark is for anyone that's new, and what a mark isn't.
A mark is someone who's getting sucked in by the carny's grift, or graft, I guess. But they're getting sucked into it and they're participating. They think they know what's going on, but they have no idea what's really going on.
Yeah,
but they believe they do. They believe they do. So
right, and the carny is anyone that's
working the marks, especially through carny means. So like your YouTube carnies, your news carnies, your political carnies, your church carnies, your new age carnies, your academic carnies, anyone that's in a kind of a position to extract from you, some kind of material gain.
Right, that's all it is. So what we do is we just break down the popularity contests that we see. Could be conspiracy theory related, YouTube related, politics, like you said. And that's what we're going to get into. Tonight, we are going to hit you. We got some news. We want to stay relevant, because we've been out for a couple months. And
it's been months?
I think it has been. I think it's been a couple months. And, not a whole lot's happened since we were gone. I mean, there was that Trump lost the election. There was some sort of an insurrection I heard about, something like that. But
the insurrection. That's big.
That's old shit. No one wants to hear about that. So we're getting into Biden shits, because that's our dog. Biden's in there. And here's the thing about Biden. Biden is being propped up right now. People are giving him big ups. He's got the most diverse administration in history. And Kazooie, go ahead and pull that one up for me. He's got the Biden administration ushers in the most diverse leadership in history. And I personally am proud of Biden and the Biden administration for having the most diverse cabinet in history. Of the 15 cabinet positions, he chose 6 women, 2 of which were transgender, 4 people of color, 2 of which are women, and 1 gay man, for a grand total of 9 pedophiles. I thought that was pretty cool. That was really nice of him, wasn't it? See, this is what we're talking about. This is progressive. You know what I mean? We're trying to be progressive here. So
absolutely. God damn.
Kazooie, go ahead.
Put me on that one, boss. God damn.
Well, we're coming back hard.
Oh, man.
2021 popularity contest. Yeah. Get into it. We do have the Patreon that we've been having a great time on in the interim. We do the voice chats and stuff on there regularly. So although we haven't been on doing shows, we're on there talking all the time, having a good time. You can join the Patreon. Come on over to the Discord if you want. Patreon.com/popularity contest 33. And if that upsets you,
Mark.
You're a mark.
Fucking Mark. Yeah, you want to join the Patreon because it's like it incentivizes us to keep doing this stuff in this current climate where you might think that just clicks and likes and stuff are what it takes to incentivize creators to do it, but it's not. There's something in the world that does incentivize people, and it's money. That's how you know that someone really cares.
Well, it's just like a
it-
tip jar too. You know what I mean? We treat it like a tip
oh yeah,
jar.
sure.
Appreciate
You
what
don't
we're
have to
doing here.
subscribe.
Come hang
Just
out on
dump
the
money
Discord.
into it. Bitcoin, whatever. It's the
Yeah.
right thing to do. It'll help you silence. We try to make it funny, and we try to laugh, because laughter is like inclusive. We want it to be
Yeah.
like an inclusive thing, and you can't really you don't want to exclude the people you're trying to laugh with. You want to include them. So
Yeah.
the laughter helps with that. It's really the only thing that'll quiet that inner voice, that inner critic that's saying, "What are you doing with all these fucking conspiracy theories all the time? What are you doing watching all these fucking YouTube videos all the time? Where's all this going?" Well, it's clearly not going anywhere.
Right.
But you know,
You can
you
have a
can.
community and have it go nowhere together and have a good time while we're doing it instead
That's
of just
right.
being alone. And that sucks. We've all been there. So you guys get it. Come over and join if you'd like. We got multiple tiers. The tiers, you don't get anything more for any of the other tiers. It's just if you appreciate it more, if you want to throw us a few extra dollars, join the other tiers. You get access to the Discord, some other stuff. That's it. We've done one so far. We did like a movie watch along night. We watched Fat Man. That was kind of fun. But maybe we'll do something like that in the future, just for the marks that are part of the Discord. And anyway, come join. Kazoo, did you show A2? Okay, so we got A2. So there you go. We have the BBC. They broke down all of the different administrations, the last 4, and according to white people and white men in black and white, and then everyone else in color, which, let's not be marks here. Let's not make a big deal about it. It's just funny that they do that. And then people get wild. The word, it's not, so those people are bad. It's bad that they're doing that they're promoting that culture. It's worse that the marks that fall for it, they get triggered by it. That stuff's hilarious to me. So we really don't have any more to say about that. But anyway, speaking of gay cabinet members, we got Beijing tests for COVID-19 using anal swabs where virus may survive longer.
Whoa. I was ahead of the game on that one, boss.
Yeah,
I've been testing myself daily.
That's right. Yeah, no, this is a test that I can get behind.
Oh, yeah. What does it say that the taste should be? Like, how do you know, like, what should it taste like if you know you have COVID and you've done the anal swab?
Oh, well, according to COVID, I think it just tastes like whatever you're tasting. That's it. Doesn't matter. Nothing.
Well, if you stick your finger in your ass and then you taste it, how are you supposed to know whether or not you have the COVID?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if it's that type of an anal swab. I'm guessing it might be more of a test, but I don't know if it's like a chemical test, if it's a taste test. But here's the messed up thing about that, by the way. In the article that I pulled up, it says Beijing reported a 9-year-old boy tested positive for COVID-19 last week, and his school conducted a variety of tests, including serum antibody tests, nasal, throat, and even anal swab for all of its staff and students. So even though we're joking about this, that's the level that we're at over in the media, at least is relaying this information to us that they're anally testing the students in China. Where do
you think they get this information from? Do you think what's this article from? What's its source? CNN, BBC,
Global Times.
Global Times.
Yeah.
You think they got like someone's in, Kim Lee is over there in Beijing Academy, and she calls Global Times and says, "Hey, we've been doing this kind of anal swabbing." I mean, how do people think that these stories get to the press in the first place? I wonder.
Well, the lady that produced did you see during the insurrection the video that the New York Times put out where they were it was like a documentary of the insurrection? That's the footage people are looking at where it showed the guy, the Q shaman, the guy with the horns, when he goes in, he's like, "What's up, dudes? You guys are awesome. You're rad. You're rad." And he goes and sits in there in the chair, and then the guy's like, "Hey, respect the place." And he's like, "No problem, bro." That was from the New York Times, and the head writer producer for that is just a Chinese national. So so I don't know where the stuff comes from, but I have a sneaking suspicion that it might be the yellow people. With all due respect.
That guy, I've kind of turned on the Q shaman. I'm kind of into him now. I kind of like these, I like his kayfabe. I like his gimmick,
Yeah.
his full gimmick.
Oh yeah, he's in full character all the time. All these people are. That thing, I don't want to get into it because I watched that thing happen live while it was going on, and it seemed more legit. And legit meaning it just seemed like a bunch of marks that showed up and got convinced to go into a thing and stay in the velvet ropes, and then I don't know how many of them are real, how many of them are fake or whatever. It all seems sketchy. Most of them, I imagine, are just regular marks following in line. But the whole thing it was lame. But I dig the Q Shaman. That guy's rad.
Hope he comes out of this okay, and can keep doing his shamanistic ways. On
Well,
his podcast that I listened to, he talked about it's from a couple of years ago, and it was terrible. But he talked to some new age carny lady about spiritual evolution, man's awakening, vibrational frequencies,
goddamn right he
all
did.
this, all the stuff that's like, when I hear like energy mentioned in anything, I'm basically turn it off right away. But this one I was
Of
doing
course,
for a little research, so
my research. Yeah,
oh my god, when they start talking about spiritual evolution and enlightening the planet, it's like you got to be fucking kidding me, you Mark. Where in the
oh
fuck?
yeah, that's
People fall
perfect.
for this shit all the time, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Of course, and people get triggered when you call it out. But here's the reality of it. It's not based in any proof. It's a belief system, and that's fine. But it is just belief. So he's a
7
mark.
billion people in the world, according to the number. Fuck, you think they're raising all these peoples are going to become evolved, whatever the fuck that means? Like, what are you talking about?
How about these people that are like, if we all meditate at the same time, then we can
Right.
change the world at the same
Maybe.
time.
Maybe. What about your boy Stephen Collins, who was into transcendental meditation, super into it? And what'd he do? When they closed their eyes, he was going and diddling the kids, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At least according to that report.
Oh yeah. Over in like these like ayahuasca things that people go down to like South America, like the word on the street from the locals is like it's just a carny that's like gets these rich white people to come and trip, and then like when they pass out, he's just all over the women the whole time.
Tune in Tokyo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just a
Yeah.
huge carny, and these people just drink this shit up, and
Literally.
literally,
Then they're
yeah.
like, oh, you puked your guts out and you fucking lost your mind for a few minutes, but now you're more in balance or whatever. I'm telling you, the problem in your life is not the lack of frog ass that you've licked. It's not the problems in the world are not caused by a lack of frog fucking saliva in your bloodstream.
Okay, have you licked a frog's ass?
No.
No, you're nowhere to you can't speak
Yeah,
on
who am
this.
I? I'm
Yeah,
almost spiritually murdering the whole process by
that's
even
right.
saying. Am I false witnessing it?
That's exactly what you're doing. You don't know that doesn't that. What if it works? It's just a
I can
coincidence
assure
that
you, it
everyone
doesn't.
who it might just be a coincidence that everyone who does it is a fucking loser still. That it,
That's true.
yeah. Anyway, all right, we got
Well, Mark.
in other news. Anyway, go ahead and bring up the next one, Kazooie. That's Exhibit C. Give me Exhibit C. So this was fascinating, a little bit fascinating. So basically, the Microsoft filed a patent to bring back dead loved ones as AI chatbots from digital harvested data. And then the thing says, have they seemingly learned nothing from Black Mirror? So basically, it's like they're going to track down all your metadata, put it into an algorithm, and create a chatbot for your dead loved ones. Now, when it said have you learned anything from Black Mirror, I was like, I gotta try to watch this show and see what these people are talking about, because they get triggered when this stuff comes out. They get real paranoid. They go, oh my god, it's going to be horrible, all this shit, right? They're like, you can imagine the marks getting very upset when someone says that they're going to put your dead loved one's like mind inside of a computer. So I watched the Black Mirror episode. Do you ever watch Black Mirror?
No.
Yeah, no, because it sucks. And I couldn't get through it because it is just shit TV that's made only for marks so they can jerk off and say, don't people, things like this, don't people learn from Black Mirror? Or, oh, this is just like Black Mirror. But they should just say, I'm a fucking mark. That's what they should be saying, okay?
Should
Anyway.
have thought about it beforehand, some of this stuff. It should be pretty obvious. It should be pretty fucking obvious,
Yeah, they're not predicting anything. They're not, people, like, it's logic. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is just going to happen. They're not predicting anything. It's just logically consistent with what technology is going to be. It's not predictive programming or anything like this. It's just somebody who's got their finger on the pulse and doing thought experiments, and that's it. And in this case, so I watched it, and I watched a little bit of it. I'm going to break it down for you so we understand what we're talking about, why these marks got so upset and got paranoid. A lot of people were talking about this article when it came out, this patent from, and so basically it's about a guy who's with some bitch, and he's on his phone a lot. He's on his phone too much, and then he dies. So a Carney company contacts her for a glimpse at this new tech that takes all your dead loved ones' online interactions and creates a chatbot, like we said, to talk to you on the phone. They give her a taste, like the carnies they are, and they try. So they put a little bit of his data in there, have her get a phone call. It sounds like her husband, talks to him a little, and then they try to upsell her because they're carnies, right? And they go to the real thing. They go, we're going to give you an option for a ton of money to send all of your dead husband's videos and private digital data as well, so they can upload it and create a clone embryo that she has to grow in the dark in her bathroom, in the bathtub, until it grows into what looks like her husband. The only problem is that it's not exactly her husband because it lacks any of the intimate personal qualities he had, because it's all his digital communications. So it lacks anything that he didn't actually ever share online. Anyway, it was terrible and sad because, she thought it was going to be like her husband, but it turned out it's just like a dead version of her husband, like a dead inside version, because it's not, like I said, it's lacking the intimate stuff. And anyway, so this is what people are afraid of. They're like, oh my God, this is going to happen. But here's the reality. That was not a realistic representation of what would actually happen in that case. If they were taking people's like internet interactions and creating a chat bot off of it, it's going to be like people that are into like QAnon stuff. You know what I mean? It's going to be like their mom types into the computer. It's like, Jason, I wish you were here for Christmas. I love you. And then he's going to respond, trust the process, Or
She's gonna start sending her YouTube links.
YouTube links.
Like fucking pedophiles are everywhere, and she's like, the people are gonna disconnect from society in order to appease the chatbot loved one.
Oh,
Especially,
yeah.
what about? Well, it's funny too when these things are like, so much of the internet is supposedly your personal, your PIN, your personally identifiable information. That's not right. It's your personal identifiable information. Anyway, is supposed to be scrambled or like anonymized or anonymatized. God damn, I can't think of the word. But it's supposed to be like you aren't going to be able to be detected or whatever. It's supposed to not tie your identity to like certain things. Except, so it's like, well, how is this going to happen if your personal information is supposed to be not retrievable? It's just another kind of revelation, which should be so obvious, that there is no anonymity to it at all. It's it's still all retrievable. It's still all connected to you.
Right. Yeah.
So,
but
hypothetically, at least.
But some people only use the internet for like that's like crazy shit. Like, what about these people that, like, sure, they use Facebook and their mom sees them on Facebook every once in a while, or Twitter or whatever, social media, but they're spending like the other 90% like in chat rooms on OnlyFans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're going to take the metadata from that guy and his mom's like, hey, Jason, remember when you were 7 years old? And haha, she's trying to get him to respond. Yeah, Mom, I remember. Show me your asshole.
Yeah. That guy's girlfriend or that girl's boyfriend would come out of the bathroom. He'd just be jacking off constantly.
Yeah,
right?
so these chatbots, it'd be horrible.
Oh yeah, it'd be. But people think they'll be deceived. A lot of people probably could, and I'm sure in some ways a lot of it goes on now. Really, it's just who knows how many emails I've gotten from my mom that aren't even from her. They're like, "Merry Christmas," and it's not even really from my mom.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like an automated shit. Yeah, right.
It
just
shit's already
there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true. Anyway, I thought that was funny because people were all paranoid about this, but the reality of it is that show was sad because it was basically like a dead inside version of her husband. But it's going to be hilarious if it really did happen. You know what I mean? People talking. It's, hey Jason, we're sitting here with your dad, just missing you. How are you doing? Talking to the chatbot, and he's like, jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams, Mom. God damn. That's all it is. It's gonna be horrible.
Don't ever talk to me again. Comet ping
Yeah.
pong. Meet me
Right.
at the Capitol.
Comic pedophiles. They're pedophiles. And she's like, it's 2045. That no one talks about that anymore. Because someday they'll lock you down. They'll lock the clamps down.
I think they'll be talking about it forever. This pedophile gimmick works really well.
Yeah,
It
people
really
love it.
stuck the marks in big time. They're
Yeah,
like, congratulations, you elected a pedophile. They're like, okay.
right. Yeah, they love it.
I didn't elect him, but whatever.
Well, what is politics nowadays?
Bunch of satanic pedophiles, right? And lizard people, and then guys, white hats.
What's that?
Those are the good guys behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's good guys behind the scenes working. Yeah, I shared a fun meme today, which was like it was Joe Biden just cruising his car, and I think it was like, "Get in, loser. We're going back to a more polite corporate oligarchy," which is just like that is what it is. It's just like same people are like tripping. They're like, "Oh, Biden's there. Shit's gonna get bad." It's like, no, it's just gonna be like a less obvious version of what the hell's going on. It's gonna be more subdued version of the same shit that's always going. Nothing changes. I think most people understand that would listen to this show, but these marks that are like, great, Biden's there. Now things are going to get bad. It's like, it's going to continue to do what it was already doing. It's not going to.
The great stone wheel moves forward no matter what, keeps on grinding up everything in its path.
That's right.
It's unfortunate, but.
Well, that's why we do this. That's why you come over here, hang out with us. I mean, even if you don't come and hang out, I'm going to be hanging out here because I used to do this stuff and be kind of alone, and it kind of sucked, but it is kind of nice to have people here to bullshit about these things with. Anyway, let's switch to the last news article. You got that pulled up, Kazooie? So this was kind of related to the other one. So the fact that there's carnies out there pushing for anal testing made me wonder if someone like you,
me,
like you, could get involved in the game using the COVID testing as a gimmick to finally start your basement gynecologist company that you're always talking about. That's right. So it turned out somebody already did it, as you see here, and it happened in India. Lab technician takes vaginal swab for COVID test
with his penis.
Well, here's the thing, though. So a lab technician in the hospital of Amravati Maharashtra has been arrested on rape charges for taking genital swab of a 24-year-old woman to test for COVID-19. On July 29th, so this is an older one, but on July 29th, the woman, a worker at a mall, went to the hospital along with 20 co-workers after they were asked to give swab samples as one of their colleagues had tested positive. The lady, or the man that was charged, a contractual lab technician, first took a nose swab and then told her she had tested positive, and another swab from her private parts was needed for further tests. When the girl asked for a female technician, he said there was none. He then took her to her room and took the swab from her private parts, it says. He later told her that she had tested negative.
Good.
After finding out that the genital swabs are not taken for COVID tests. That's when she filed a police complaint. She was also quoted here as saying she thought that something smelt fishy.
Yes.
Anyway, the silver lining is for that creepy man charged with sexual assault is that he's expected to get a full offer as a full-time position on Joe Biden's cabinet. So that's a good thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
there you go.
Anyway, this is a nice short one. We're going to wrap it up here. That was a popularity contest podcast. Stay tuned for some more videos like this. And like I said, join the Patreon and come hang out with us. See you guys later.